Hi, I'm Donna from Crafttown Fabrics, and we are glad to have you join us today. We're back after the big 4th of July weekend, 250th anniversary of our nation. So we're hoping that you had a great weekend. It was very, very hot. We were camping, and I was doing a program where I have to go in costume in a long prairie dress and apron and the hobit. And I was very concerned because I thought it was going to be an outside program, and I thought I might just have a heat stroke. But they had it worked out to where we were inside with air conditioning, so it wasn't too bad. Camping was a little hot. I had a couple of people tell me I was just crazy for going camping, but we camp in a fifth wheel with air conditioning, so we didn't have to be out in it all the time. We at least got to go in at night and sleep where it was comfortable. But we hope you did have a good holiday weekend and enjoyed it, even though it was so hot. And we've got kind of variable weather here right now. We've had some rain, we've had a little bit of cool down, we've had it hot again. It's supposed to start raining again the next day or two, and then back to the normal summertime. Hello, Mary, and hello, Lynn. We today have the new line True Love to share with you. A couple of weeks ago I shared all the pre-cuts because we had gotten them in and not the fabric. We now have the fabric in. It is beautiful. I love it. It's very cool, summery looking. It looks like you're at a lake. Lots of greens and blues that are just refreshing and cool. So they would be great to make projects for your living room or your bedroom if you want to have some nice, calming, soothing colors in there. Hello, Beth. Glad you could join us, too. We, like I said, going to share that. We've got some new Christmas fabrics. One of them's in already. We've got another one coming in probably tomorrow or Monday. So next week will probably be Christmas in July. We'll be able to share with you. We will go ahead and take care of our housekeeping. If you're new to watching us, you cannot order directly from this Facebook page. We are looking into that. We're looking into a way to possibly that you can order a few things that we could put on there. Hello, Tina and Beth. But you can't right now. You have to go to our website. Our website is crafttownfabrics, all one word, .com. Very easy to navigate. When you get in there, you're going to have a navigation bar across the top. It has fabrics by collection, fabrics, block of the month, books and patterns, pre-cuts, sale fabrics, notions, everything all the way across the top. And you just hover over those. They'll give you a drop-down menu, and then you can choose what you want to look up for that. For example, if you were looking for batting, or if you were looking for pins, just go to Notions. In that drop-down menu, you're going to have batting. You can click on that, and then all the different types of batting that we carry. Like most of ours are pre-marked, like those June Taylor kits. You could also, if you're looking for pins or needles or thread, that'll be listed in that drop-down, and then you just click on that, and it's going to show you all the different things that we carry. You do need to make sure that you sign up for our rewards program. If you have not done so, down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little turquoise button that says rewards. If you click on it, it tells you how to sign up for the rewards program. It also tells you how to redeem your points. You want to make sure that you do sign up for it because you get points just for signing up. You get points for referring a friend. You get points on your birthday, and you get points every time you spend any money with us. And then you can redeem those points to get dollars off on your orders. When you order, shipping is $5 for anything up to $9.99. Anything from $10 to $74.99 is $6.75. And then anything that's $75 and up, your order is shipped for free. We do offer local pickup. When you place your order, down there at the bottom by shipping, there's a place you can click on local pickup. It will give you a message when your order is ready to be picked up. So then all you have to do is just let us know, give us a call or send us a message and let us know when you are coming, and we'll have it out ready for you to pick up. Okay, hello Carol, glad you could join us. So I've got a couple of patterns I'm going to share first before we start with the fabrics. These are some, well, one of them's a new pattern that we've gotten. It's called Star Weave Tree Skirt. You could make this, I would think, without the opening, and it'd be a really neat table topper. It is 64 by 64, so it's a pretty nice size, but it makes a really neat star pattern. It says, add festive charm to your holidays with this beautiful quilted tree skirt. The pattern includes easy to follow instructions and a border corner template to create the woven design. Omit the center opening to use as a table topper, or make both to enjoy year after year. So it's a really neat tree skirt pattern. Then the next one is called Panel Mashup. It's a book, and it's all about how to take panels and add borders to them to make quilts or placemats or table runners or whatever. And it has some really neat, I flipped through it while I was eating my lunch. It has some really neat ways to use panels. Like this one, if you've got, you know, those 6-inch blocks or whatever, it shows how to use those and put some pieced blocks in between it. I think it's interesting. The names of all the patterns are musical, they're records. There's little records up here, and if I'm correct, a lot of them, I don't know if all of them, but a lot of them are Beatles music, because I noticed the titles were a lot of Beatles music. So this one shows how to use some of those panels with the squares too. Let's get one here with, yeah, here's one with the big panel in the center and some of the little squares around it. Here they are making placemats out of different ones. I'm going to find my favorite in here. Here's a neat Halloween one using like the pillow top squares. But I've got one, there's 2 or 3 I really like. But my favorite is this one. And I've got a panel that I think it'll work great with. I really like that one. The stars look like they're flying all around it. But it's called Panel Mashup. It's a lot of neat, really cool ways to use panels and make throw-size quilts out of them, or placemats, or mug rugs, or whatever. So those are a couple of new patterns that we have just gotten in. And we're going to start, actually before I start showing the fabric, it would be good for embroidery blocks, Lynn. You're right. I'm having to look around my lamp here to see your comments, guys. So if you see me leaning in here and looking, I'm reading your comments behind our light here. Robin just marked down a bunch of fabric lines yesterday. She put them in the sale fabrics. So these are the lines that she's got. And most of these, we don't have, you know, all of the fabrics left in the whole line. They're just bits and pieces that we have left over. But they're all marked down to either $9.84 a yard or $8.60 a yard. So that's a pretty good sale. One of them is Sunday Brunch. Another is Raspberry Summer. Both of those are bright, cheerful pinks, greens, oranges, citrusy colors. One is Field of Flowers. Field of Flowers is a blue and gold line. The other one is Sakura Blue. That was 3 sisters, wasn't it? I believe.
I think so.
And Sakura Blue is lots of blues, real muted blues and grays and creams. A Vintage Christmas. Vintage Christmas is a Kansas Troubles line. Winter Friends. That's a snowman one. And then Delightfully Yours. And Delightfully Yours is another, I believe maybe that one is Sherry and Chelsea. It's a bright, cheerful springy colors. But all those are marked down under $10 a yard. So those would be nice if you're looking for something like that to go ahead while they're on sale. Lynn wants to know how much the book is.
$28.48.
$28.48, she said. Hello, Lori Jo. Glad you could join us. Okay, so we're going to start with these fabrics in this True Love line. And we're going to start with the polka dots. You can't go wrong with polka dots. I love polka dots. These are all $12.96 a yard. There's 2 patterns that go with this line. When you pull it up online and go to True Love, you're going to get these 2 patterns that will come up. One of them is called Country Home. That is a pillow pattern, and it's a little house. And we have that pattern that goes with this line of fabric. And then the other one is called Edgewood. And it looks like this. But here it is made with this line of fabric. And it says pre-cut friendly. This one says you can use AB bundle is the fat quarters, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you can use 2 jelly rolls. You can use the fat quarter bundles if you want for this. But it's really pretty made out of this line of fabric. And we have a kit that makes that. Or if you want just the pattern, you can buy the pattern by itself. The kit makes a throw size, which is 65 by 78. The pattern includes directions to make a lap size, which is 52 by 65, the throw size 65 by 78, or a queen size 91 by 104. Okay, so we're going to start with the polka dots. I love polka dots. I just think they scream springtime to me. I guess when I was growing up, I wore a lot of polka dotted dresses in the spring because I just think they really remind me of spring. So we've got it in this nice soft green, kind of a muted green with white polka dots. We have it in cream, and the cream has navy, gray, the green, and a tan polka dot on it. We have it in navy with white dots. We have it in cream with tan dots. We have it in mint. This one just to me looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream. It is such a soft minty green, and then you've got green and white and mint green dots on it. And we have it in a little darker tan, and the dots on it are green, mint green, cream, and a darker tan. This line is called True Love. Then we've got this neat little daisy print, and it is directional. Your stems go down that direction, so you would want to kind of watch that. But you've got the cream background with the dark blue, almost navy, flowers on it. I like it. And these are going to look so cute with those polka dots. Then we have the green. This one's probably my favorite. The green background with the blue leaves and the white daisies. Daisies are one of my favorite flowers. So all you have to do is put some daisies on something and I'm going to like it. This one has just a really soft blue black background. And then you've got, you know, your green. You've got a little bit of that kind of rusty orangey color for your flower centers. It's very pretty in the dark blue background. I like this one about as well as I like the green. And then we have it with a tan background. What do you guys think of it? Do you like it? Then this is a nice blender fabric to go with it. You've got just little tiny flowers inside of little diamond shaped leaves. It is a pretty blue. Yes, Missy, you're right. And this one has the little white flowers with the dark blue background. Then here's that really soft blue background with the cream color on it. And then here it is in a green with that same little flower. So you got 3 versions of that one. This is another little kind of viney print. This one is not directional. This one you can use either direction, as was that last one. You've got the little vines on the green background. And that one's kind of the softer green, because then you have it on a darker green with the navy leaves. There's the soft blue again. There's your dark blue. And then we have the cream background with the blue flowers. So kind of a mix-up of all the different ones. Then we're going to throw in something totally different. This one is like pages and chapters out of a book. And I haven't decided what book it is yet. I keep trying to look at it. But like it says, Rose in Bloom. It has the contents page here, the preface. You've got Rose in Bloom. You've got Phoebe coming home. And they did, like what I'm going to say, chapter 13 or 16 or 5. So I really think it is a book. It is a book. It says a sequel to 8 Cousins. So the name of the book must be Rose in Bloom by Louisa May Alcott, the author of Little Women. So you've got basically the book printed on the fabric. So this makes a neat contrast. You could make blocks that are big enough. You could feature maybe like one whole, one of these, you know, the contents page, or one of the little chapter pages if you wanted to. This would be great for the backing of your quilt. This would be wonderful to make a quilt and then use this as the backing. You could read the whole book. So we have it in the navy blue. We have it in the green. We have it in kind of a little darker tan than most of these others. And we have it in that soft blue as a background. And I've got them all piled up here so we can do some mixing and matching here in a minute. I'm going to run out of room before I get to that point. We've got another print. This one is not directional. I love it in this soft blue. It just looks so cool and calming. It'd make a beautiful dress. This one has the soft blue with the cream leaves on it. Here it is in the navy. And they're little birds. You can see the little birds perched in there too. Here it is in green. And then there's the soft blue with the dark blue print on it. And then this one is just a little geometrical diamond. It's got lights and darks, but a nice, you know, from far away, that's going to kind of read almost as a solid. You could use this as your interior blocks or backgrounds or things. You've got that nice creamy colored background. We have it in a navy. That one shows up a little more. We have it in the darker green. And I've got the other one used as a drape behind my other stuff. And it's more like the mint green. I'm not going to go through all the pre-cuts. We did that one other week. But we do have this available in the 10-inch layer cakes. We have it in 5-inch charm packs. We have it in 2.5-inch mini charms. We have jelly rolls. And we have fat quarter bundles and fat eighth bundles. So all that, yeah, that green, that little mint green just is so soft. So lots of different choices. And we're going to put some together because we're going to do, you know, you can always do 3-yard quilts. Those are just the easiest ones to match up and pick your 3 fabrics. You can do those 5-yard patterns. Those, okay, they're called, that's okay, isn't it? The patterns.
It's okay.
It's okay or something okay. And with those 5, you pick a large print, a small print, a dark, a light.
And another color.
And yeah, you pick 5 half-yard pieces to do those. So we'll start with a 5, okay? So for our larger print, this one doesn't have a real big print. This neat little flower is the largest print. So we're going to pick that as our big print. And we're going to pick this as our smaller print to go with it. Okay, we'll see how talented I am, how many I can hold before I start dropping. And we need a dark and a light. So for our light one, we're going to go with this little soft. And see, when you see that one from far away, it almost reads as a solid too. And we've got to put one of those polka dots in here. So let's get one of those. We need it for our dark. And let's put now let's see if I can get these to where you can see all 5 of them together. There you go. That makes a real neat combination there. Hello, Kathy. Glad you could join us. That one makes a nice grouping for the 5. You could pick all 5 of those. And you've got your dark, your light, a smaller print, and your larger print to make one of those A-OK patterns. If you just wanted to do a 3-yard one, you could go with those. Or if you wanted it to be darker, you could go with those. Let's do a different color combination. Let's pick my green one let's do this blue and white one. Let's go with this one. And we're going to put this little print with it. I mean, wouldn't that make a fun apron? You could do the lining of your apron with this and the outside with this. And then you could put this one on as the pocket at the bottom of the apron. That'd make a fun little apron for the kitchen. These would make great pillows for your couch. Let's do a different one besides the words with this. Beth, you like those 5 together? I thought those were pretty together too. Let's see what we want to go together here. You could put these 3 together and have a mostly blue. Make a nice 3-yard quilt if you wanted to go with a lot of blue. If you had a like a blue bedroom or a blue living room. I have a red and blue and green living room, so this would work in mine. Let's use one of these little prints too. I'm going to put one of these viney prints in there for one of them. Those 2 together. Let's see what else we'll put with it. Those 2 look good together. If you wanted to put a little darkness in with that, put your polka dot in with that. That'd be cute with it. Hello, Marlene. Glad you could join us. So, you know, those are some choices. Those are just some things that you could do with it. It's got so many, you know, you've got the polka dots, you've got these little geometric patterned kind of diamond shape. It kind of reminds me of an Irish chain because you have all those little tiny blocks around the squares. So that would be fun. You've got all these fun little viney prints, the polka dots, the one larger print. That's as large as it gets. Then you've got the book printed on the fabric, so you could do Rose in Bloom as part of it. And you've got I think that's pretty much all of them. Oh, the other little geometric. We've got our other little one here. I have to dig it out. You've got this little geometric print too. So it's just a fun line of fabric. Very homey. Cool, very what?
Homey.
Very homey, but it's also, to me, it's a very cool, calm, refreshing line for this hot part of summer. It's a very cool, calm, refreshing line. It's got the flowers, but they're not big, vibrant takeover, and they're not in bright, hot colors. They're all in nice, calm, cool, refreshing colors. So it would be a fun one to work on this time of year. Might cool us down a little bit just looking at the cool colors. Like I said, next week we are going to have, our plan is to have Christmas in July because we've got several Christmas lines coming in the next few weeks. At least, 3 or 4 that we know of?
At least 3.
Surprisingly, 2 of them have the same name. We have 2 that are both called Silent Night from 2 different quilt companies. So that one's going to be interesting to see the differences in those. One of them we have already, the other one's being shipped. So that's a fun thing to have 2. Very hard to keep track of who's ordering what and which line it is. Robin got an order earlier today and she was like, we don't have this one yet. And she kept looking for the numbers and they don't match anything we've got. So they're from the other line. We've had that a couple of times before since I've been here, and it's always very confusing when you've got 2 lines that have the same name. But we were glad you could join us today, and we hope you'll join us again next week, next Thursday at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we'll do Christmas in July. Have a great, cool week. See you next week.